In the suffocating silence of midnight, Alex Rivera bolted upright in his locked dormitory room, heart pounding as the echo of his father's furious voice replayed in his mind. "You're no son of mine if you choose this path." The cold iron bars on the window mocked his desperation, a cruel reminder that at 17, he was imprisoned in this elite New England boarding school not for rebellion, but for loving another boy. As tears blurred his vision, a soft knock shattered the isolation, and through the door's peephole, he saw her, Elena Thompson, the school nurse whose kind eyes promised a sliver of hope in this nightmare of rejection and fear. Alex had always known he was different, growing up in the bustling suburbs of Chicago where his Mexican-American family blended traditions of hard work and unwavering Catholic faith. His father, Miguel, a construction foreman with calloused hands and unyielding pride, dreamed of Alex becoming a star athlete, perhaps even a college football hero. But Alex's heart beat to a different rhythm, one that quickened around his best friend, Jordan Hayes, a fellow student with tousled blonde hair and a laugh that lit up the dullest days. Their stolen kisses behind the gym had been discovered by a nosy teacher, leading to a whirlwind of accusations, parental outrage, and ultimately, this exile to Hawthorne Academy in rural Massachusetts. The academy, perched on foggy hillsides dotted with ancient oaks, was marketed as a reformative haven for troubled teens, but to Alex, it was a gilded cage enforcing conformity. Headmaster Reginald Voss, a stern man in his 60s with a perpetual scowl, ruled with an iron fist, preaching moral rectitude, while turning a blind eye to the bullying that targeted boys like Alex. Whispers of faggot echoed in the hallways and isolation rooms, euphemistically called reflection chambers, were the punishment for any deviation from the norm. Alex's arrival 3 months ago had been marked by a humiliating intake process. Stripped of his phone, his clothes searched for contraband, like rainbow pins, and locked away until he repented. Those first weeks blurred into a haze of despair. Meals were delivered through a slot in the door, therapy sessions drilled messages of denial, and the only human contact came from the occasional guard. But Elena, with her soft southern drawl from her Georgia roots, was different. As the school's nurse, she administered checkups with a tenderness that pierced Alex's armor. "You're not broken, sweetheart," she'd whispered during blood pressure readings, slipping him extra snacks or a hidden note of encouragement. Her own life, she confided once, had been scarred by loss. Her husband died young in a car accident, leaving her childless and devoted to healing others' wounds. One rainy afternoon, as thunder rumbled outside, Elena entered Alex's room under the guise of a routine exam. Her hands trembled slightly as she bandaged a fake cut he'd inflicted to summon her. "I can't watch this anymore," she murmured, her voice thick with emotion. "Your spirit is too bright for these walls." Alex's eyes widened. For the first time, someone saw him not as a sinner, but as a soul worth saving. Their conversations deepened, stories of her youthful dreams of becoming a doctor, thwarted by poverty, mirrored Alex's fears of a future erased by prejudice. A bond formed, maternal yet profound, fueling Alex's resolve to escape. Meanwhile, memories of Jordan haunted him. Back in Chicago, their romance had blossomed in secret. Late-night texts, shared playlists of indie rock bands, and a first kiss under the city lights during a school trip. Jordan, from a liberal family in the artsy Wicker Park neighborhood, had promised to wait, but the academy's no-contact policy severed their lifeline. Alex clung to a crumpled photo of them, hidden under his mattress, whispering vows of reunion. As days turned to weeks, the academy's grip tightened. Voss announced mandatory conversion workshops, pseudoscience sessions led by a visiting psychologist that left boys like Alex shattered. One night, after a particularly brutal session where he was forced to recount his sins, Alex collapsed in sobs. Elena, risking her job, slipped into his room with a smuggled phone. Call him, she urged, her face pale with fear. Hearing Jordan's voice, tearful, loving, ignited a fire in Alex. I love you, Jordan said. Fight for us. Elena's plan unfolded in whispers. She knew the school's layout intimately. The service tunnels beneath the main building, access through a forgotten door in the infirmary. But escape meant danger, security cameras, patrolling guards, and the vast wilderness beyond. Why help me? Alex asked one evening as she mapped the route on scrap paper. Elena's eyes misted. Because no one helped my brother when he needed it most. He was like you, gay, scared, and he didn't make it. Her confession hung heavy, revealing layers of grief that bound them closer. Tension mounted as the escape night approached. A storm brewed, perfect cover for their dash. Alex's heart raced with a mix of terror and exhilaration. Would he see Jordan again? Build a life free from chains? Elena's kindness wasn't just aid. It was a lifeline to humanity in a world that had forsaken him. In the dead of night, Elena unlocked his door, her flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. Go now, she whispered, pressing a backpack with supplies into his hands. Alarms blared as they navigated the tunnels, footsteps echoing like thunder. A guard spotted them. Shouts, pursuit. But Elena's quick thinking, barricading a door, bought Alex precious seconds. He burst into the rain-soaked woods, legs burning, freedom tantalizingly close. Emerging from the tunnels into the pelting rain, Alex sprinted through the underbrush, thorns tearing at his clothes as sirens wailed behind him. His breath came in ragged gasps, but Elena's final words echoed. Run, Alex. Live the life they tried to steal. Miles away, collapsing in a roadside ditch, he hitched a ride with a trucker heading west, his mind a whirlwind of gratitude and guilt for leaving her behind. The journey back to Chicago was a blur of Greyhound buses and borrowed phones. Arriving at Jordan's doorstep at dawn, disheveled and wild-eyed, Alex fell into his arms. You made it, Jordan sobbed, their kiss an explosion of pent-up longing. Jordan's family, progressive artists who owned a gallery in the Loop, welcomed Alex with open arms, hiding him from authorities while forging a new path. But the escape's shadow loomed. News reports labeled him a runaway delinquent, and whispers of Elena's involvement surfaced, though she denied everything to protect him. Alex laid low, enrolling in community college under a false name, his days filled with Jordan's warmth. Their romance deepened, lazy Sundays in Lincoln Park, picnics by Lake Michigan, and nights tangled in sheets, whispering dreams. Jordan, studying graphic design, created art inspired by Alex's story, vibrant murals of breaking chains, symbolizing liberation. Yet, nightmares plagued Alex. Elena facing repercussions, her job lost, her kindness punished. Years passed in a montage of growth. Alex, now 21, pursued a degree in social work at Northwestern University, driven by Elena's example to help LGBTQ youth. He and Jordan moved into a cozy apartment in Boys Town, Chicago's vibrant gay neighborhood, where rainbow flags fluttered proudly. Their love story became a beacon, attending pride parades hand in hand, volunteering at shelters. But Elena's sacrifice gnawed at him. Sporadic searches online revealed she'd left Hawthorne, vanishing into obscurity. One crisp autumn day, a letter arrived, forwarded through anonymous channels. I'm safe, it read in Elena's familiar script. Proud of the man you've become. Enclosed was a newspaper clipping, Alex's op-ed on conversion therapy bans, published in the Chicago Tribune. Tears streamed as he realized she'd been watching from afar. I have to find her, he told Jordan, who nodded, understanding the debt of the heart. The search began. Using skills from his studies, Alex traced Elena to a small town in upstate New York, where she worked at a community clinic. Driving through golden foliage, memories flooded. Her gentle touch, her risks for a stranger. Arriving at the clinic, he spotted her through the window. Older, silver streaking her hair, but her smile unchanged. Stepping inside, Alex's voice cracked. "Elena." She turned, eyes widening in recognition. "Alex. My God." They embraced, sobs mingling as years of unspoken thanks poured out. "You saved me," he whispered. "Let me repay you." Over coffee in a nearby diner, stories unfolded. Elena had been fired from Hawthorne but found purpose in aiding underserved communities, including LGBTQ support groups. Her brother's suicide, she revealed fully, had fueled her resolve, a tragic parallel to Alex's pain. Jordan joined them via video call, his face beaming. "You've got a family now, Elena." Touched, she shared her loneliness, and Alex offered more. A position at a Chicago nonprofit he interned with, specializing in youth advocacy. "Come home with us," he urged. Hesitant at first, Elena agreed, her eyes sparkling with renewed hope. Back in Chicago, Elena integrated seamlessly. She mentored Alex's clients, her empathy a healing force. Holidays became joyous. Thanksgiving feasts with Alex's reconciled family, Miguel, softened by time, had sought forgiveness, Jordan's parents, and Elena as the honorary grandmother. Romance flourished too. Alex proposed to Jordan under the bean sculpture, their wedding a celebration of love's triumph over adversity. Yet, drama lingered. A former Hawthorne student, now an activist, contacted Alex about exposing the academy's abuses. Together, they built a case, Elena's testimony pivotal. The scandal broke national news, leading to Voss's resignation and reforms. In the courtroom, Alex's voice rang out. "Kindness isn't weakness, it's the revolution." As snow blanketed the city, Alex reflected on his journey, from locked away to liberated, all sparked by one woman's compassion. Elena, now thriving, raised a toast at their New Year's gathering, to second chances. Her words encapsulated the story's core. In America's diverse tapestry, love and humanity prevail against darkness. But fate twisted again. Jordan's health scare, a routine check revealing early-stage cancer, tested their bonds. Alex stood by him through treatments, Elena's nursing skills invaluable. "We're in this together," she assured, her presence a rock. Jordan recovered, their love fortified, emerging stronger. Years later, at 30, Alex founded the Rivera Thompson Foundation, aiding queer youth escapes from oppressive environments. Elena, co-director, beamed with pride. Their story inspired books, TED Talks, symbolizing resilience. The foundation's launch gala in downtown Chicago glittered with hope, celebrities and donors mingling under chandeliers. Alex, dapper in a tuxedo, scanned the crowd for Elena, his heart swelling with gratitude. Spotting her chatting with Jordan, he approached, pulling her aside. "This is all because of you," he said, voice thick. Elena smiled, tears glistening. "No, Alex, it's because of your courage." Flashbacks invaded, the escape's adrenaline, the fear of capture. After fleeing Hawthorne, Alex had navigated America's underbelly, hitchhiking through Appalachia, sleeping in bus stations, evading police alerts. Jordan's embrace upon reunion was salvation, but paranoia lingered. "What if they find me?" he'd whisper. Jordan's reassurance, "We'll fight together." Their early years were a whirlwind of passion and peril. Living incognito, they explored the country's queer havens, San Francisco's Castro District for Pride, New Orleans' vibrant nightlife. Romance bloomed in stolen moments, sunsets on California beaches, where Alex confessed his deepest fears, Jordan's touch erasing them. "You're my home," Jordan murmured, their intimacy a defiant act against the world. Education became Alex's anchor. Scholarships funded his studies, where he met mentors echoing Elena's kindness. Classes on social justice ignited his activism. He organized campus rallies against discrimination, his story anonymized but powerful. Jordan's art career soared. His pieces, abstract representations of locked doors cracking open, gaining acclaim. Elena's relocation to Chicago marked a turning point. Her modest apartment became a hub for gatherings, her southern cooking, fried chicken, peach cobbler, comforting souls. She shared tales of her youth, growing up in Savannah, defying segregation to pursue nursing, her brother's hidden struggles in the 1980s AIDS crisis. He died alone, she confided. I won't let that happen to anyone else. Drama escalated when Hawthorne's lawyers sued for defamation after the expose. Court battles raged, Alex testifying with Jordan at his side, Elena's evidence damning. I witnessed the cruelty, she declared. Victory came sweetly. The Academy shut down, funds redirected to reparations. Media frenzy followed. Interviews on CNN, features in the New York Times, thrusting Alex into the spotlight. Personal trials deepened the narrative. Jordan's cancer diagnosis hit like a storm. Nights in hospitals, Alex holding his hand, praying for miracles. Elena, drawing on her expertise, coordinated care, her calm presence a balm. Love conquers, she reminded. Post-recovery, their bond unbreakable, they adopted a rescue dog, symbolizing new life. Alex's family reconciliation added layers. Miguel, after years of silence, appeared at their door, hat in hand. I was wrong, Mijo. Tears flowed as they rebuilt, Elena facilitating with grace. Holidays blended cultures, tamales alongside Elena's cornbread, Jordan's modern twists. The foundation grew, opening shelters nationwide. One case mirrored Alex's, a teen named Riley, locked away in a similar school. Alex orchestrated the rescue, Elena on the ground team. Riley's gratitude echoed Alex's own. You saved me. Romance threaded through. Anniversaries celebrated with Jordan, trips to Hawaii, where they renewed vows on volcanic shores. Their love, once forbidden, now a testament to endurance. As the gala wound down, Alex took the stage. This began with one act of kindness, he said, gesturing to Elena. Applause thundered as he presented her an award. Thank you for unlocking my future. Later, under starry skies, they walked along the river. What now? Jordan asked. Alex smiled. More lives to change. Elena nodded. Together. But shadows crept. A threat from Voss's allies, anonymous letters, harassment, forces Alex to confront lingering fears. With Elena's wisdom and Jordan's support, he stood firm, turning adversity into advocacy. In quiet moments, Alex pondered the human spirit's resilience. From a locked room to global impact, his journey proved compassion ripples eternally. The harassment escalated into a full-blown crisis when Voss, embittered and retired, leaked falsified documents accusing Alex of fraud. Tabloids sensationalized. Escapee turns activist. Hero or hoax? Alex's foundation teetered, donors wavering. We fight back, Elena urged, her fire undimmed. Jordan, ever the artist, countered with a viral campaign. Murals across cities depicting locked hearts breaking free. Legal battles consumed months. In court, Alex faced Voss across the aisle, the headmaster's glare a ghost from the past. You destroyed lives, Alex testified, voice steady. Elena's corroboration sealed the win. Defamation charges dropped, Voss discredited. Victory tasted bittersweet, reinforcing their mission. Post-trial, life bloomed anew. Alex and Jordan married in a lakeside ceremony, Elena walking Alex down the aisle. Vows exchanged under blooming cherry trees. In darkness and light, forever. Honeymoon in Europe, Paris cafes, Roman ruins, ignited fresh passions. Elena's health faltered briefly, a heart murmur from stress. Alex nursed her, roles reversed. You've given enough, he said. Recovered, she dove deeper into work, authoring a memoir, Unlocking Hope, proceeds funding scholarships. The foundation expanded to international aid, partnering with global LGBTQ organizations. Alex traveled to conferences, sharing stages with icons, his story inspiring thousands. One encounter, a young man from Texas, tearfully thanking him. "Your escape gave me courage." Romance evolved with Jordan. Parenthood beckoned. They pursued adoption, welcoming baby Mia, a bundle of joy with curly hair like Alex's. Elena, as grandma, spoiled her rotten, teaching lullabies from her Georgia childhood. Drama resurfaced with Miguel's illness. Cancer, ironic echo of Jordan's. Family united in support, healing old wounds. Miguel's final words, "Proud of you, son." Grief bonded them closer. Years flew. Mia's first steps, school plays. At 40, Alex reflected on milestones. The Foundation's anniversary gala honored Elena, now 70, with a Lifetime Achievement Award. "This woman didn't just help me escape," Alex proclaimed. "She set my soul free." In private, Elena confessed, "Helping you healed me too." Their embrace, full circle. The story's climax came unexpectedly. A documentary crew chronicled their lives, premiering at Sundance to acclaim. Titled Unlocked, it captured raw emotions. Alex's isolation, Elena's risk, Jordan's unwavering love. Post-premiere, threats vanished, replaced by waves of support. Alex's TED Talk went viral. Kindness is the key to every locked door. As seasons turned, they retired to a Massachusetts farmhouse. Ironic return to New England's hills. Gardens bloomed. Mia played freely. Evenings by the fire, stories retold. Jordan's art adorned walls. Portraits of their family, symbols of triumph. "We've come far," he murmured. Elena's final gift, a locket with Alex's photo from that fateful night. "Carry hope always." In twilight years, Alex pondered legacy. From a gay teen locked away to a change-maker, his path illuminated by one woman's compassion. The message, in America's mosaic, love defies chains, humanity endures. The farmhouse became a sanctuary, where Mia grew into a fierce advocate, inspired by her father's and Nana Elena. At 18, she led youth programs, her energy an echo of Alex's youth. Jordan's gallery in town showcased emerging queer artists, fostering community. Elena's 80th birthday was a grand affair. Friends from across the country, toasts to her legacy. Alex's speech, "You didn't just save one boy, you ignited a movement." Gifts poured in, letters from those she'd indirectly touched, a scholarship in her name. Health waned for all. Jordan's arthritis slowed his painting, but not his spirit. Alex's advocacy shifted to writing, his autobiography topping charts. Elena, frail but sharp, dictated editions. Remember the humanity in every story. One stormy night, reminiscent of the escape, Elena passed peacefully, surrounded by love. Her last words, "Thank you for returning." Grief enveloped them, but her will reveal the surprise. Funds to expand the foundation globally. Morning turned to action. Alex and Jordan traveled to her Georgia hometown, scattering ashes by the Savannah River. "She's free now," Alex whispered. Back home, Mia announced her engagement to her girlfriend, a full-circle moment. The wedding, vibrant and inclusive, honored Elena with empty chairs symbolizing absent loved ones. Decades later, at 60, Alex revisited Hawthorne's ruins, now a park dedicated to tolerance. Standing where his room once stood, he felt closure. Jordan by his side. "We've won." The story's essence, a gay boy's imprisonment, a kind woman's rescue, a grateful return. Through drama, romance, and humanism, it affirmed, compassion unlocks worlds, love conquers all. In America's evolving landscape, Their tale inspired generations. Pride parades featured floats retelling it. Schools taught it as history. Alex's final reflection. One act of kindness echoes eternally. The end, meaningful and profound, celebrated life's interconnected beauty.